If you want to make your Elementor design look more modern, more polished, and more professional, adding a box shadow is one of the easiest ways to do it. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to add box shadow in Elementor, where to find the setting depending on the type of element you're editing, and how to customize the shadow so it looks clean instead of heavy or messy. This is a simple design trick, but it can make a huge difference in how your page looks. If this video helps, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more Elementor tutorials. Now, let's get started. First, open your page in Elementor and select the element you want to style. This could be a container, a column, a section, a widget, or even a specific content block. One important thing to know is that the box shadow setting does not always appear in the same place for every element, so if you don't see it immediately, don't worry. You just need to check the two main locations. The first place to look is the Style tab. This is usually the best place for modern containers and widgets. Once you have selected your element, click on the Style tab in the left panel. Then look for the Effects menu. If it's collapsed, click to expand it. Inside Effects, you should see Box Shadow. When you find it, click the pencil icon to open the shadow controls. This is where you can start customizing the look of the shadow to match your design. If you don't see it in the Style tab, the next place to check is the Advanced tab. This is especially useful for columns, sections, and some specific widgets. With your element still selected, click the Advanced tab in the left panel. Now look for the Border menu and expand it. In many cases, the box shadow setting will be stored here instead. Once you locate box shadow, click the pencil icon again to activate the full options. Now that the box shadow controls are open, you can start adjusting the properties. The first setting is color. Click the color square to choose the shadow color you want. In most cases, black or dark gray works best, but you can also use a colored shadow for a more creative effect. Just remember that the goal is usually subtle enhancement, not something distracting. Right under the color settings, you'll usually see a transparency control. This is really important. A lower transparency makes the shadow stronger, but in many designs, a softer, more natural shadow looks better, so take your time and adjust it carefully. Next are the horizontal and vertical sliders. These control where the shadow sits around the element. If you move the horizontal setting to a positive value, the shadow shifts to the right. If you use a negative value, it shifts to the left. The vertical slider works the same way, but up and down. Positive values move the shadow downward, while negative values pull it upward. For most standard layouts, a slight downward shadow is the most natural-looking option. After that, you'll see the blur setting. This controls how soft or sharp the shadow looks. If you increase the blur, the shadow becomes smoother and spreads out more naturally. If you keep it low, the shadow will look harsher and more defined. For a clean, modern website, a medium or slightly higher blur often gives the best result. Then there is the spread setting. Spread changes the actual size of the shadow in all directions. Increasing it makes the shadow wider, while decreasing it makes the shadow tighter. This is a powerful setting, but it should be used carefully because too much spread can make the shadow look unrealistic. In most cases, a small spread value is enough. You'll also see the position option. This usually gives you two choices, Outline and Inset. If you want a normal drop shadow around the outside of the box, choose Outline. If you want the shadow to appear inside the edges of the element, choose Inset. For most beginner designs, Outline is the one you want because it gives that classic card-like effect that works so well on buttons, containers, and feature boxes. Now that you've adjusted everything, take a moment to preview your design. Compare the shadow before and after, and make sure it improves the layout instead of overwhelming it. A good box shadow should add depth, separate elements from the background, and help guide the viewer's eye without looking too strong. If it feels too heavy, reduce the opacity or blur a little. If it feels too weak, add a little more contrast or spread. When you're happy with the result, go to the top right corner of the screen and click Publish to save your changes. That's it. You now know how to add box shadow in Elementor and where to find the setting whether you're using the Style tab or the Advanced tab. If this tutorial helped you, please give it a like, subscribe for more Elementor tips, and check out the next video for more easy website design tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.